Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This Lady Nika, and with this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop New York, child. I know this season 6. I'm gonna put down in that old description box what episode this is, cause truth be told, I don't fucking know. Well, you asked me. Yep, it was released a little bit early. I got it, so let me go on and tell y'all what the fuck I seen and how I feel about it. Let's do this damn thing, okay? That's what we gonna do. Right, this episode gonna see us starting off with Raw Ali and Remy. Now they in some type of clothing, I don't know, cloth shop or something. Try to make it look like my tit. That ain't my nipple hole, honey. I don't know what the fuck. You know, some designs on the bra. That's all it is. But I know y'all watch everything, so I have to go on and tell y'all. And I have trouble with lighting every time. Well, here, hopefully you can see me shit. Obviously, you know. Since I'm running around here stealing people GoFundMe accounts, you would have thought I'd have bought some better lighting, huh, bitch? Let me stop with the bullshit. Anyway, child, this episode started off with them in some type of fabric place. And apparently, the person that Remy has, not Remy, Ra Ali has had hired on as a stylist, this bitch is MIA, nowhere to be found, issues unresolved. So she got Remy Ma sitting up in there, and Remy is rolling around on one of the more hoverboard things, you know, and she's saying, you know, she need her to help her with her fashion show. Now Remy don't really feel like that because she say every time some stuff go wrong, she always have to be the one that comes in and everything falls on her lap. Now she done asked this bitch to help her with her wedding, but she can't get that done. I'm sorry if y'all hearing the background noises, but she can't get that shit. She can't get the bot rolling with that, but she want this girl to help her with her clothing, with her maxi dress line. So, you know, Remy basically told her, I don't really want to fuck with your shit, bitch. I don't want to do it. I really don't. But I'm going to go on, you know, apparently what we see later on, she do go on and help her out with this shit, okay? But she don't really want to do this shit because she already know how this going to start. I think this more or less of one of them damn situations where the bitch always wants you to jump in and say she wants you to help, but you wind up doing the actual event, all the work. She show up in the 11th hour to be marvelous when she ain't putting no work into it. And that's what I got out of this here. And we'll see if I'm right or not. Let's keep it moving. Now, let's go down to the park. We see DJ Big Head say he got a daughter. Beautiful little girl, Kayla. I think that was her name. Yeah, Kayla. And Kayla is, you know, apparently from what we get out of this here is her and Self has not spent a whole lot of time with each other, but he want to do better. He say he going to follow in the footsteps of Rich Dollar and get a little bit closer to his family. Yes, he is. So, he meeting up with her down in the park, but see, here's the thing. What he really doing is, he trying to get back he trying to get back in real good with Spanish Mamacita, see. Now, remember, he had him fucked up with Spanish Mamacita because she done found the ring. She done got her ass touched in the club and at Mariah Lynn party. So now he trying to, you know, he trying to make sure that he got that thing held down. He got to make sure his shit is like that, bitch. That's what he doing. Okay? Well, he done invited Spanish Mamacita down there, okay? And Spanish Mamacita come flying through there, and she all happy and delighted because she feel like now that this nigga done announced on the radio that I'm his girlfriend, and I now meeting his daughter child, she seeing wedding bells in her future. But see, that's what women make the mistake at, because child, do you know some of these niggas will invite you to their mama's house and still do you wrong? But anyway, he's saying in the confessionals that he gonna try to do right by her. We gonna see, bitch. We is gonna see. I don't think he gonna be able to do it. They meet. The shit obviously went well because the girl didn't give him the sign that they had set up prior to the woman actually arriving. It's supposed to be a sign if the girl wasn't really here for. Well, the girl didn't give him the sign, so he think that everything is kosher and wonderful, and they about to be one big happy family. Okay. All right, now let's go over to Tara and I mean not Tara, Mina. Apparently, Peter is finally going to come home. After weeks of being gone, you know, he ain't been around since they had the debacle in the hallway where it started in Tara's apartment and Tara and Tara and Amina got into it in that hallway about who's the side bitch and who ain't the side bitch, and she announced her pregnancy. So Amina has now terminated this pregnancy, and she's obviously allowing Peter to come back home. Now she's telling us that she don't know if they're gonna be able to work through what they done been through. She's saying she shouldn't want him there, but right now she do want him there to be a shoulder to cry on, because although she seems to be at peace in her spirit about the fact that she had to terminate that pregnancy, it's still making her feel some kind of way. And we see Peter arriving talking about it crushed him when he found out she had that abortion, but he wants to prove to Amina that he is there for her. And we sit through a bullshit moment where he walks in. Y'all know how they play it up like they on the soap operas and shit. He walk in there and just immediately go to hugging her and child, whatever. I ain't finna get my blood pressure up on these two bitches right here or this dumbass hoe that's to follow. I don't give a fuck. A mess. Y'all, it's a mess. Because clearly, Amina has no self-worth and neither does Tara. Because why would either one of you queens allow this man to come into your life and play between the two of y'all with y'all emotions and making goddamn kids that he can't take care of, putting pressure on you? Child, but anyway, we see it every day. Just one of them things. Next we see the gross sister number one, Mo. She going over there to meet up with Yandy. She say she's saddened by her and Lex's departure from each other, but she ready to go on as more money and secure her own career and not worry about the debacle that once was bum bitches on deck. That's what she said. So she meet up with Yandy, and right off the bat, Yandy is acting like the world's greatest hater. First of all, bitch, you up in there looking like Irene Cara when she played on Fame. If you ain't at least 35, you don't know what I'm talking about, go Google the shit. But she came in there looking like Irene Cara. And right off the bat, here we go with the shade. Now, Yandy girl, you ain't had a hit maker since Jim Jones, so don't act like you out here. Now, you a good businesswoman. I give you that. You make shit happen. You good for a coin. But, bitch, don't act like you out here one of these hot-ass managers out here that can just get a motherfucker and make their career pop like that, because, bitch, that ain't you. So, why you sitting there saying that you didn't know that Rock could do anything beyond motherfucking managing shoes? What have you done since Jim Jones that we, the viewing audience, can see? See, a bitch can have a name attached to a lot of shit, and we never know how she making her coin. But most people that are out there forefront in the music industry, we know. And girl, we ain't heard nothing about you making nobody no hit. But she's saying that she want this holder, she want Yandy to go ahead on and manage her. And Yandy say, yeah, girl, I'll be more than happy to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy to do that. I'll get you some studio time and all the shit that Rob wasn't doing. I'm gonna make it happen for you. I just need to spend a little time with you and try to figure out how to effectively make money for you and for myself as well. Okay, that's Yandy's position on there. Yandy talking about if she didn't see this diamond in the rough, then I'm hey, that's on her. It's rookie mistake number one to try to break up the group and then not to see the talent that is Mo. And I'm thinking to myself, if you see talent in this bitch already, girl, something's wrong with you. We already know this gonna be an epic fail, because I see no talent in Mo. I see a young lady that sits up and pops off at any opportunity. Now the last pop off, I can't really put it 100% on her, but it was enough of it for her. She should have controlled herself. Rule number one, bitch, control your emotions. Shit, if you can't control your emotions, you're gonna always let some hoe come along and fuck up your Carter, just the way you did. Just the way you did already. But these hoes don't work together. That's what I'm assuming about that. Now, let's go over to olive oil, and she says back to business with her now, honey. Now that she done got her personal situations and Mama Tasha is okay and everything, she's saying that she is going to start focusing on her own brand and her business. She done been down there in the studio working with the Nicholas Albano, and girl, she is on the set of her video for her song, Money Guns. And she got this top stylist who work with all the big people in the industry, getting her snatched together. In the meantime, in between time, we find out that she has reached out to Ra Ali to be her manager. Ra come pussy popping down there. She's impressed by how the girl done been snatched together by this damn Taya or whoever she is, this stylist. But she telling her, look, one of the first things that we're going to do to try to introduce you and get you out there, more people want to see you and see you perform and buy your music, is I'm throwing a launch. I'm throwing a fashion show. I'm launching a line of maxi dresses, and I would like you to perform. Now she over here happy than a motherfucker, feeling like she just sitting on top of the world. And I guess when you give a squirrel a nut, they do be happy. They don't realize that they can have a field of nuts if they just, well, whatever, child. Just let that tree prune. They'll have a whole lot of nuts. But this bitch is happy as hell, and she said she was kind of weary at first about, you know, teaming up with Ra Ali, considering Ra has affiliation with bomb bitches on deck, and she didn't know if it was gonna be a conflict of interest, but it looked like things gonna be all right, and she glad she did reach out to her. So that's they good. They finna go down there to the fashion show and do what they do. Now we gonna go on over there to the doctor's office. Yes, we gonna go over there to the doctor's office, and we going down there to Dr. Jeff office. Y'all remember Dr. Jeff from Real Housewives of Atlanta? If you remember season 7, he was the doctor that Nene Leakes reached out to try to bring the girls back together, but she ultimately got mad at him and wound up cussing him the fuck out. Well, here we go with him. Mino Tara. So Tara is in there giving the timeline of her and Peter's relationship. She lets us know that Peter been lying since he met a child. He first lied about his age, then he lied about the number of children he had. Girl, that right there, see, it's always a warning before destruction. If that man started off lying to you, what makes you think that he wouldn't continue? And basically, Dr. Jeff made her realize that. But in the meantime, in between time, she goes head on and announces to the world, us, the viewing audience, who already fucking knew, she is pregnant with his motherfucking child. That's right, she's going to have 3. And she's saying she really don't want to tell him about it because she don't want to deal with the drama that's involved in it. Well, here's the thing. Bitch, in the year 2016, I ain't here for now hoe that's going to try to tell me that she could not avoid getting pregnant. If it's one thing, baby, you can get some birth control before you can get some motherfucking food stamps to feed you and your family. Do you understand me? You not finna tell me that this was because she tried to tell her it wasn't planned. But here my thing is with it, Tara. Here my thing. If you didn't want to have this situation happen, then you would have protected yourself and not gotten involved with that man to the point where you wind up having unprotected sex with him. It's bad enough the motherfucker had you on a mattress, okay? But then you gonna sit up and get pregnant by this motherfucker. Child, you ain't Phaedra Parks. You ain't got Phaedra coin. Phaedra got a little coin. She ain't got much as she has had in it, where she ain't spending as much as she has in the past. But you don't even have what she has, so why would you allow yourself to get pregnant by this man? I don't understand about women. Y'all don't know how to live with these men. Come on. Let's just be real. Let's be 1,000 here. We all have met a man or a female, and we know that ain't really about nothing, but we gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. Here's the key. If you know you ain't dealing with if you dealing with a no good ass dude and you still want to play with him because that beef stick is right, bitch, you protect yourself. That means you guard your feelings and you motherfucking don't get pregnant. Bitch, you knew this man had a wife. Whether they on or they off, he has a wife. Now, Amina is not his motherfucking girlfriend no more. She graduated to wifey status. And for you to be, first of all, still sleeping with him speaks on your character. And then for you to allow yourself to become impregnated by him speaks on your character even further. So, as far as I'm concerned, this whole little meeting was only a design by Mona. He said I could use the Alexander Rogers side. could use it. This was only a fucking ploy by nigga Scott Young to help you be able to introduce to us what we already know, which is you pregnant. So I don't know what you pressed about, but you got to go tell Peter, whether you want to or not. And I half-ass believe that you want to tell him, but at this point, you still think Amina pregnant. So you worried about your position right now. You really worried, because see, you ain't trying to, you all right with being a side woman. We see that you all right with playing the side piece. So you worried about, if I be pregnant at the same time as him, am I going to totally be by myself? Is he going to be able to give me any time? Little you know, Amina was the smartest one out of this. And I'm going to tell you this, I'm pro-life. I'm pro-choice, okay? That's what I am. I'm pro-choice. You do what's best for you. But you wouldn't have to make a choice if you made that choice in the beginning to protect yourself from something like that happening. But you could have had a condom. You could have had some pills. You could have got the shot. You could have had a morning after pill. You should have had something. Anything to make sure that you don't ever procreate with that crusty foot son of a bitch with his broke ass again. And that is on you. So bitch, deal with it. You finna have 3 kids by a bum ass nigga and use a bum ass bitch to put yourself in that fucking position. Moving right along. We're gonna meet up with old Cardi and DJ Big Head again. Now he's saying that now that things are straight between him and Spanish Mamacita, he gonna meet up with Cardi because see, he's releasing a song. He done been behind the turntables long enough and he is ready and willing to go on out there, and he got a poppin' ass song and a video to come with it, and he want Cardi to be in it. And he got her lined up with some chick named Rose who look like a man. Gonna style her for this event, okay? Now, off the bat, I could tell Rose had it in for herself. And when I say had it in, I mean, this bitch don't want to just do work. She want to do pleasure, too. She wants to get to know him a little bit better. She wants to be, you know, she want him all over her body. Okay, this bitch is hungry and she wants this big head motherfucker, and she gonna do what she gotta do. Cause while Cardi back in the back getting dressed in some of these so-called outfits she done styled for him, she is up in his face telling him in so no uncertain term when we gonna go out. She putting it out there what she want. And if he was any kind of man who had honestly changed, he would have snipped that shit in the bud. But we'll talk about this bitch later on. Cardi come back out. I don't know. In the book of my mind, in my opinion, I didn't too much care for the outfit. But then again, I'm an older woman who's into more classier looks, and that is more of what's going on today in thottish wear. So I don't know, child. But y'all they say she look okay. She gonna roll with that. She gonna be in the video, okay? So next we see Lexi meeting up with Ra Ali because she worried about the status of her solo career now that she got away from the bum bitches on dick debacle that was going on, okay? She tell her about her and Mo getting into it, and basically she's asking her little girl, I know you're gonna manage me now, because Raw glad she done left the group. She been told, I think, episode 1 or 2, she told her she needed to do a Beyonce to the group and you know, Destiny Child her way on up out of there. And now that she has, Lexi want to know will she manage her, and of course Ross says yes. But here's the thing, and see, I'm starting to see something about this motherfucking Raw I don't like. I'm starting to see something about this bitch that I really don't like, and what I'm seeing is, for one, this bitch is kind of lazy. New or not, a new person out here, no matter what you doing new, you gonna run into that shit child, you gonna start on that like this. You gonna off and run on any new adventure in life that you plan on doing, especially when it's gonna make you a coin. This bitch lazy. This bitch more concerned about her damn self, because she tell this girl, look, I'll be your manager, but I'm gonna need you to stretch my back too. See, I got a fashion show where I'm launching my new line of maxi dresses, and you got the look and the body for it. I'm gonna need you to be a model down the runway. So now this girl done agreed that she's gonna model these maxi dresses, and in return, Rod's supposed to manage her and get her on. We gonna see how good this shit gonna work, because I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it, okay? Next we see Big Head going to meet up with Rose at some restaurant. Remember, she told him they need to go out. Now he's saying that it's about business because she could be an asset to his up and coming clothing line. And by her being a stylist and got this boutique beauty bar or bar beauty some shit, I don't know what the fuck. This bitch supposed to have a premier shop in uptown. I ain't from New York. Y'all hoes tell me if this bitch got something going on. Y'all let me know down in them penny sections. Y'all holler at a bitch, okay? Let me know, cause I don't know nothing about these. As far as I'm concerned, all these motherfuckers are unknown to me, cause I ain't never seen none of them nowhere, no time, no how. Only person I recognize was from not being from this series is Tretch, whatever the fuck his fine ass name is from the Not About Nature people last week. But anyway, he's saying that, you know, he trying to do right, even though he was a member of the creep squad, which I ain't know that, but I know he a creep, so he can fit right on in with the rest of them. He trying to do the right thing. Now, he gets in there, and immediately this girl is letting him know that she got interest in him beyond business. She feel like by him being such a popping, famous DJ in the New York area, and her having this premiere, obviously successful, y'all let me know, clothing, whatever the fuck she do, they could be a powerhouse together. Now, he's sitting there never once telling her, getting her together in her mind about that. He ain't doing that. He done let this girl get up out of her seat, get on him, get the kissing on him, rubbing him down in the areas that like to be, you know, the areas that react when you rub them, and it eventually leads to him kissing her. And he's saying, what can he do? Now, little big head bitch, I'll tell you what you can do. If you really was about trying to make it work with old Spanish Mamacita, what you would have done was you would have told this girl, not then, but you would have told this girl back at that damn photo, when you took Cardi B over there to see the old hoe. Look, it's all about business with me because I'm in a relationship. See, when a person want to let you know that they off limits to you, they going to let you know right then and there. They're not going to let it fester. They're not going to try to play it for what it's worth. They're going to let you know. If you was really turning over a new leaf, that new leaf would have involved you being more honest with yourself and with that young lady that look like a man that's trying to get all up in your lap. Rose is her name, I do believe, but she look more like a rod, okay? That's what the fuck she look like to me. And girl, you don't know if you've been watching his career and you doing him friends as long as you saying, and you follow him and all this shit. Did you not hear the radio broadcast where he announced that he had a woman on, or is it just thought season and you don't care? He didn't nip that in the bud, and he gonna ask us how he's supposed to handle that. Bitch, I told you how you supposed to handle that. But being a big head, see, he another big head little body nigga. But then again, his head big, and so is his waistline. So they by evenly proportion. I ain't here for him, and I sure ain't here from that. By next week, I'm gonna be done gave Rod another name, okay? Cause she will not be a Rose looking like other man, okay? Now, let's go on over to this fashion show. And Remy is there. Say she done been there since the beginning. You know, since dawn. Really. If she was at 5 a.m., ain't no dawn. She was there before. She was there for the break of dawn. Since the break of dawn. Getting everything together. It look like it's alright. In the 11th hour, when it's almost lights, camera, action, in comes Miss Ra Ali. Now, bitch, see, that's what I was saying. This hoe is lazy, okay? If she really was about trying to make her brand, you know, sell and trying to really be hands-on with her business. Because, see, this is not Remy's business. This is your business. You should have beat her there, getting shit together. She said she'll help you not do it all. But I see now why Remy have an attitude. Because, bitch, you one of them ones that asked for a motherfucker to help you. But basically what you want is free work. You don't want to do the work. But you want the fame, and fuck you. Well, she's trying to show up, and then guess who she brings? She bring the stylist who had left her hanging at the fabric shop. And this bitch ain't got nothing but an attitude, and she look like a man too. Is New York full of trainers? Just tell me. Because I am so sick of seeing these bitches with these Adam apples. This bitch look just like she got an Adam apple. And that cross on your head, bitch, come on now. I can't stand a bitch to rock a cross that ain't right on her head. That cross ain't right at all, bitch. That ain't right at all. You see how this cross sitting up on top of my head? That's how it's supposed to sit. Get you a cross that sit right. Don't get you one in there you looking crazy. Because you look just like a fucking transsexual. You look just like one. I would say drag, but bitches in drag usually look good. And I ain't there. bitch. I'm wondering about your sex now. But this bitch coming here like she like we know her. And she trying to downplay what Remy done did, talking about what has she done, where are the decorations, where are the flower centerpieces and shit. Bitch, that was your motherfucking job. You the one probably got a check from Ron. Remy ain't getting no check from her. And from what I see, she did a damn good job. She did better than either one of you bitches because y'all didn't do shit. So the girl started coming for Remy, being disrespectful, and Remy just got to a point where she like, you know what, I ain't got to take this shit, and you seem like you can't control her, Ross. You seem like you can't control her. Now, what I'm going to do is, since what I done did ain't good enough, I'm going to gather up every bit of my contribution, and that includes my DJ. So, bitch, run down a silent runway with your hoes, and I'm going to roll the fuck on up out of here. Raw is about to have a fucking nervous breakdown, but bitch, you didn't do nothing to control that situation. Because when that girl came in there being disrespectful to your friend who stepped in the 11th hour to help you, you were supposed to get that bitch and get her all the way together, even if it meant you and her fall out. What's more important, bitch? Your friend or this sometime the bitch that, by your own admission, this bitch done left you hanging before, but you did not take care of that. And Remy, being the top upstanding lady that she is, she was about to leave the scene. She was about to chunk deuces on your motherfucking ass, but she decided, I'm not going to be this kind of bitch. Even though this is what Pap be warning me about, I'm going to go on and try to do right by this bitch and go on and do this show. DJ, go on, hook this shit back up. We going to do this here. Let me go on, put my face on so I can do this and get the fuck out. She does it. Oh, Olive Oil come to the event. She perform. Now, here's where some more drama come in. Now, if the fashion show, by what we heard, went off well. It was a lot of people there, and it was good for overall Ali. Okay, good. We're going to give you that, bitch, whatever. Now, here's where the conflict of interest going to come in yet again. You heard me say Olive Oil fucking perform. She's one of Ra's clients. She the next Lexi to come and model. Lexi is feeling like, why was I not selected to perform? Girl, because we don't know you. At the very least, we can say we done heard Mariah bullshit before. And I got to give Mariah credit where credit is due. Now, bitch, I don't be here for your fucking lyrics, but your beat is off the chain. I mean, I was in here calling, I found myself, you know, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. But I liked your beat. Your lyrics is whack as fuck, you can keep them. But you got a hell of a beat on you, bitch. Girl, what you gonna do? You ain't BBOD no more. What you gonna do? All we know about you is licious, and don't nobody wanna hear that bullshit. Don't nobody want to hear that. So she gave you the job in the fashion show she wanted you to have, and that was to walk your cute ass down the runway, and you did that. It was a success. Raw ready for the shit to wrap up, but you know it's always a couple of onlookers still there. Instead of these bitches just going on about their business, Lexi want to confront Raw about why she wasn't allowed to perform. Girl, you don't even have, we ain't never heard you by yourself. We don't know what you got. At least we know this bitch here got a hype beat at the very least, okay? So Olive Oil come in, and Olive Oil ain't really got no problem with her, even though she, you know, they had their disagreement at the album release party. It wasn't with her. I'm not album. I don't want to get this bitch more than what they supposed to have. It was a single release party. She didn't get into it with you, but she got into it with Mo. So she don't really know how you going to feel, but she trying to be courteous. You get mad at her because Rod done asked her to perform. You can't come at Olive Oil like that, bitch. You need to holler at the person you was talking to originally. And the girl done told you, I ain't invite you to do it because I ain't never heard you by yourself and you wasn't ready. I gave you the job that I felt that was best suited for you, and you still getting mad coming for this girl. Like, I mean, I don't get that shit. What is the fuck the problem? I don't get that. Child, basically they all, people hear the shit, you know. People hear that shit. And it's totally unnecessary. Let me see if I forgot any damn thing. Is this show here? I'm really getting fucking... I ain't want to get jumped into doing this shit, but I allowed myself to get jumped into it. So I ain't going to really just blame y'all or nothing like that, but I don't get this shit. I don't. get why they got into it. Basically, all I saw them hoes do was get into it, y'all, and she was able to get them apart from each other. But we now know that it's gonna be a problem between Olive Oil and Sexy Lexi, cause Sexy Lexi feels like she's supposed to be on already, and that's just not the case. Now next week we supposed to see Remy having a little emotional moment, cause she say people expect, you know, like they blame her for going to jail, and like she wanted to go. But girl, when you kind of shoot a bitch, you gotta expect to do some kind of, something gonna come from that. We gonna see this good Lexi come at Raw yet again, cause now she feeling like she ready for her to move on her, because Yandy making moves for Mo. We gonna see how this shit gonna turn out. If I left anything out, fuck it. Y'all can talk about it down in the panty section. Y'all know I will join you on the conversation. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys back tomorrow night for the haves and the have-nots. Remember, I'm gonna put last week and this week together, so it may be a little lengthy video. I'm trying not to make it too damn lengthy, because I ain't trying to hold y'all here forever. I already held y'all here over 30 minutes this time. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.